Hey, awesome art kiddos. It's Miss Bolick, ready to have a little creative day with you. So put your creative hats on because I want to show you how to make a pinwheel. And this pinwheel is made from a piece of copy paper, just any kind of, paper you can get out of your printer or notebook paper. And it's got a push pin and a pencil. The pencil is what makes the pinwheel have a stick. It's a little wet right now, it's not blowing. So all you need is that pair of scissors and a pencil. And I used a glue bottle just for tracing a circle in the center. I'll show you how to do all that in the steps. So I also used a marker because I wanted my pinwheel to be very colorful. You could make one and it would just be plain white, but you know what I'm gonna say. Hello, let's have some color and have some fun. So get your supplies ready and let's get started. All right, so here I am taking my copy paper and I'm going to fold it from the top corner and make that top edge line up to the side of my paper. That way I am making a nice square. The top corner part that folds down and that triangle part is a square. So I'm going to trim off that extra part of paper. You don't need that. You could just turn that into a bookmark or something. Now that I have my square paper, you can see I open it up and it's already folded one corner to the other corner. So now I want to fold in the opposite direction so that I'm making crease marks that form an X in my square paper. So you can see now that I've got little crease marks and there's a little center area that I'm going to line up my glue bottle. You could use a different circle object, but I'm just lining it up over that center where the X, the two lines make the X, and I'm making a little circle. The reason that I'm making this little circle is because that's my no-cut zone. When I cut with my scissors along all my crease lines that go from the corners to the circle, when I reach that circle, I'm going to simply stop cutting. That way, I don't cut my paper into 4 little triangles. That would not be cool. Now that I have all 4 corners cut, I'm going to put a little dot right there in the center of the circle where the lines cross. And that way I know that's where my push pin's going to ultimately go. So I'm folding the top corner of each little triangle section. The trick here is to just make sure that as you're rotating, you're always going from the top corner of your triangle. You want them all to be folded in the same direction. And then, oh, rats. I forgot my push pin. It's a good idea to have the push pin out, as I did not do that. Whoopsies. Okay, here we have try number 2. Push pin, folding over all my little pinwheel parts. Be patient with yourself. This can be tricky. And you may even want to have a parent help you when you're pushing the pin through all of the layers of paper. I'm stacking the little pointy part of each corner on top of the one before it, so they're all stacked up like pancakes. That way my push pin's going through all 4 corners and through the little circle to the back of my paper. Yay, got it. And then this simply gets squished into the eraser of my pencil. And now I have a pinwheel. So this is just the basic pinwheel. Now, of course, I'm going to do it again because this time I'm going to color my pinwheel. And when you make a pinwheel and you're going to color it, you need to do all of your coloring before you cut your 4 corners. So I'm making sure that I am cutting that excess piece of paper off. I have a square, folding it so I have my crease lines making that nice little X. And then I'm going to grab some markers so that I can start to have fun coloring. All right, so just like before, with the uncolored square, I am centering my circle shape where the two lines cross and the X meets in the middle. Now this is a little bit trickier because it's harder to see your circle, but if you press down hard enough with your pencil, you will be able to see it. So now I'm cutting, again, all the crease lines up to my circle, and just like before, I will fold those edges in and use my push pen to push through all four corners through the center to make a pinwheel. Now here is where I attempted to use a bead between my push pin and the pencil eraser. If you have like a little plastic bead that you can put between the push pin and the eraser, then you're going to increase the chances that your pinwheel will spin better when you blow on it. Unfortunately, the bead that I found in this case, it just didn't work. I think the hole was too small for the push pin to go through. So if you have any one of those little cheap, like pony beads or what they call them, that would work just fine. But in my case, my bead didn't work, so I had to abandon it. So just a push pin into the eraser will work, but a bead in there will help it spin better. Hey Ramona, what do you think of the pinwheel? Do you like it? Do you like it? Can you blow on it? Yeah, it's stinky because it's marker. What do you think? I think she likes it.